Hello and welcome to another Betfred Sports video right here in the Quest Media Network studio. Peter, welcome back. We're going to head straight into the Euros because England take on Northern Ireland this evening in what is really a dead rubber game.
Yeah, it's sad it's worked out like that, but basically Northern Ireland can't qualify and England have already qualified. They're playing their quarter-final game next Wednesday. So it is a dead rubber, but that isn't taken away from the tournament. The ground at Brighton will be absolutely packed to the rafters because most people will have already bought the tickets in advance anyway. So it should be more of a celebration. England did win the last match 8-0, so you can imagine how they've been installed as the favourites big time. They're at 3-1 to win the tournament. France are right up there. Germany 7-2 as well. Spain 5-1 to win the competition outright. France, they've come in quite strong at the moment. They're 11-4, and we've got England against Ireland, as we say tonight. England are 1-50 to win. So massive odds on there. Ireland 40-1. Ellen White 11-4 to score first, and Beth Mead, who's becoming the star of the tournament and a potential winner of the Golden Boot, she's 7-2 to score the first goal tonight. So it's all building up into an interesting competition with the best 8 going to be going through by the looks of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, England head into this game on the back of an 8-0 win against Norway early this week. Peter, do you think they could replicate that scoreline tonight or even go one better and maybe 9-10?
Well, the 40-1 to go and do it again, to win 8-0. If they get any more of them dodgy penalties, then maybe they will. But I mean, apart from that dodgy penalty, there was some fantastic play. And the women's game is certainly catching on with the public. There's a lot of good qualities being shown out there. I do think that the goalkeepers do seem a little bit not developed as much as the outfield players in terms of how they play. And maybe there is an argument about having smaller goals for the women's game because a lot of the goals seem to fly in as if the goal is out in the right position or the goal is out big enough or whatever. But it does seem that is one area that it spoils it for me a little bit when they get close in on goal and they generally score. Whereas in men's game, it's kind of more of a 70-40 where they're going to 70-30 where they're going to score or not.
Yeah, absolutely. There's certainly an argument for that, but nevertheless, the competition has captured the nation and the world's attention. And I actually went down to a tournament at Curzon Ashton on Wednesday afternoon. This was a girls' tournament. It was great to see hundreds of local schoolgirls on the pitch enjoying the football and improving the skills. And I actually spoke to Curzon Ashton's Faith Morton to get her views on the importance of the Euros in terms of growing the women's game.
Just shows them that whatever they want to be, including sport, even if people say women have disadvantages, this, that and the other, it just proves to them that they have inspirations there, they can aspire to be what they want to be, and it just encourages them, gives them the confidence to do what they want to do within sport and how they want to go about it.
Well, you can see our full interview with Faith on our website, questmedianetwork.co.uk. Well, we're going to move into some Betfred Super League news now because the action does continue this evening. We've got Wigan taking on Hull and leaders St Helens taking on Huddersfield. So just to look at that latter fixture, Peter, Saints v Huddersfield. Huddersfield third in the table at the moment. It's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, it is. It's an opportunity for Huddersfield to put the marker down that they're going to be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. Certainly the dark horses in the Betfred Super League at the moment. They go to Saints though, and Saints are hugely in form. They pipped Wigan during Magic Weekend, and they're 1-4 triumph tonight. Huddersfield 16-5. I can only really see a St Helens victory, although you never know with those giants from over the Pennines. And they have done a lot better than a lot of the pundits thought, and as you say, they're third in the table. The other game tonight is Wigan against Hull FC. Now Wigan, as I say, were beaten just by St Helens. They're second in the table, and they're favourites with Betfred to win tonight. They're 2-11, so they're odds on to win that game. And then on Saturday, we've got Castleford Tigers against Warrington. It's very, very close, this one. We've got Warrington evens, probably because they're away. But Warrington are desperately trying to get this late surge on at the end of the season. They're in good form because they beat Catalans in the shock result of the Magic Weekend. And then also on Saturday, we've got Salford against Catalans Dragons. Salford at home, 17-10, but the favourites are Catalans to bounce back. They're 1-2 to win.
Brilliant stuff. Well, you might be thinking how I'm going to link the Betfred Super League with ITV's Love Island, but here we go. There was a guy called Jax, or a contestant called Jax, who's just left, I think it's called Casa Amora. He actually plays for Castleford Tigers. He's returned to the club. Tell us a bit about this, Peter. I'm going to be honest, I don't know anything about this.
Right, well, he exited Love Island, and he came bouncing back to Castleford Tigers, and he was decked out in quite elaborate clothing, according to the coach. And in Super League, they don't. They say it as they see it. Basically, the coaches. There's no media training amongst these fellas. And he just said that he just came in, chatted to the lads. He doesn't know whether he wants to return to rugby league from Love Island, but he's an ex. England night player, so he's no mug. Right. Very hunky, of course. But he had a chat with some of the players, and they're going to make a decision at some stage in the future about whether he can switch from the sunshine of Mallorca to whether Love Island is, I believe, filmed, back to Castleford. I hope he does make the switch back. It is an interesting development, that, and who could link the two things, Betfred Super League and Love Island, but that's what's happened. His love interest, Gemma, she is the second favourite, 2-1, along with Luca, to be the winning couple, as it happens. So there's a lot of interest in Love Island in betting terms, but at the moment affairs have been dominated by political matters.
So the party leadership race is certainly hotting up, and at the moment Penny Mordaunt is even to become the next Conservative leader. Liz Truss is second favourite at 9-4, and then Rishi Sunak, he's priced at 10-3. And this evening marks the first debates for these potential leaders. Peter, they'll be pitching their ideas to the public. What do you make of these debates?
Well, I think it's great that they've been put there in front of the cameras, because a lot of them have been ducking questions at the various media launches that they've been having, saying they're only going to have 2 or 3 questions, and it's the same old 3 from the TV stations who stand up there and ask the questions. But it is evolving into quite a bun fight, with blue on blue attacks, as the media started calling it. Penny Mordaunt, she's now evens from being odds on to be the leader. People seem to be campaigning against her now, questioning her Navy service, and saying whether she's fit enough or experienced enough to be the Prime Minister. These are all the briefings that are going on behind the scenes. Liz Truss, who's like the darling of the right of the party, she's 9-4 with Betfred to become the new Conservative leader and therefore the Prime Minister. Rishi Sunak, now he's got massive solid support. He's like the establishment figure. He was favourite maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Still got issues about his wife's tax status that still keeps being raised. And also the cost of living crisis, you can't really dodge that one. No. As the ex-Chancellor. So Penny Mordaunt's campaigning big time on military matters, with the Ukraine war continuing apace. But it is looking like those 3. Now I say 3 because those 3 have got to get down to 2 after the debates, which happen over the weekend and on Monday. On the 3 big TV channels, and then there'll be another vote of the MPs, and eventually they'll get it down to 2 candidates, and then it goes to the grassroots. And Rishi Sunak's people are desperately trying to get it to be Liz Truss or another rather than Penny Mordaunt, because she's come out in a YouGov poll as being the outright favourites amongst the grassroots Conservatives who want a clean break from Boris.
Right.
But I have heard reports, you might have heard it first here, that there are some people who think Boris Johnson should come back.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, I think those are a bit fanciful. We're certainly not taking bets on that.
Yeah, you heard it here first from Betfred's Peter Spencer and the latest odds on this Conservative leadership race. Well, for the past 2 weeks we've been talking about the competition giveaway we've got for the Betfred World Match Play Darts. That was drawn earlier today on Facebook and on Twitter. And if you have won that, you can find that out on our social media channels and on our website, questmedianetwork.co.uk. So thank you to everyone that took part in that. Congratulations to the winners and commiserations to the losers. Well, if you do fancy putting on any of the fixtures over the coming weekend, Betfred stores are now open, but you can also bet online via their app.